Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me back into Farthest Frontier. Today we are going to look at the playtest for version 1.0. So after almost exactly 3 years, we are finally getting a first look at what the full game is going to be like. So now I know we're going to get bridges in this game. So I think what I want to do is I want to start maybe with the lowland lakes. I think that's going to be appropriate to really get a good feel for the bridges, and seeing that we'll be able to build bridges, we can maybe build potential choking points, you know, when the raiders attack our town. So I want to see if we can get something like that going. So I'm going to call the town New Orkovia. Let's just go with that. And I'm going to choose the map size to be large, and we're going to just basically go with the standard settings. So I think I found a suitable map, right, that's going to work for everything that we want to do. We've got a big body of water here, and we could potentially build a bridge here, and then also here at the bottom it's connected to a smaller little lake over here. So if, for example, we had to build our town center over here, it can create a very nice choking point here, and then we can probably build bridges towards this side, which will also help us maneuver around the map a little bit better. Now we do have deer hunting spots here, 1, 2, 3 deer hunting spots. We've got a lot of willow that we can harvest, and we've got some herbs on this side also. Now scrolling down, I did see somewhere, I did see some sand. Oh, there we go. So we've got sand over here, and there we've got some clay. So we've got a whole bunch of resources that's not too far from us. We've got a wolf's den over there, we've got a relic there, and let's just see if there's anything else of value. A lot of wolf dens. We've got a raider camp over here at the bottom. It's at least far enough from us, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so obviously with the lowland lakes, iron is definitely going to be a problem. I do see there's a small iron harvesting spot over here, and we've got also charcoal, an infinite charcoal mine and an infinite sand mine that we can utilize on a later stage, and then we've got infinite gold over there. So ideally I think this would be a good location to start my city. We've got some stone over here, plenty of trees, and yeah, like I say, we've got those hunting spots, we've got good fishing spots. So all in all, this is a good spot to start with. So let's get into it. Right, so the fertility, we've got a decent fertility over here, but I'll probably go a little bit further down for the farming. And then the water levels are obviously going to be very good. So with the lowland lakes, that's really not an issue. Okay, so first of all, I like to start off by just building a road all the way around. That's my normal ritual. And we're going to build one road that's going to go towards this side. Now, towards that side, we're going to do all the production. And I think it would be a good idea where we go down over here. This is where we're going to build the actual village part, or the public space. So all the public buildings with the houses, it's going to go here, and then our production is going to go on that side. So let's just basically circle all the trees that we want to harvest. And we've got a few pieces of stone, so we can just tell them to harvest the stone on this side. There's a few stone over there and over there. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell my storage wagon to move more towards this side. Okay, we'll probably get a forager, sorry. We'll get over here because we've got plenty of herbs and we've got the willow, so I want to kind of get a combination with those two. Now, obviously, we're not going to get really food from that, but it's still essentials. So let's place the food storage, oh sorry, the forager. Let's place it over here. And then the hunters, we're going to move them as we progress with the town. But for now, I'm going to just place one right here by the village, by the town center. Now, I just want to see, off the starting menu, there's very few things that I can see that's different. One thing that I can see is knowledge points right here in the top left corner. So we've got now a thing what they call knowledge points. So obviously you get this through doing different activities, I know you also get knowledge point from the academy when you've got people assigned over there. But here we've got a massive technology tree. Oh my goodness. So at this stage, it's really hard to determine what's going on. But you can see here, this is obviously with tier 1 town center. And so it progresses where you unlock more things. There we go. So you can see, or it's actually different categories. Yeah, I think that's actually what it is. It's all the different categories. So this is for the actual population. This looks like more like entertainment, like high-end stuff, military. And then this is the production. That must be the production. Okay, cool. So we're going to see once the town center's up, I think we're going to get access to that. So, okay, this is the same tab. So you can either access it there at the top or you can press here at the bottom for the technology. Now let's see when we go into the building tab. There are plenty of extra buildings now that's added, as you can see. So the first thing we've got is the academy, which is going to become available at the tier 2. So you get relatively early in the game, you get access to that. And you can obviously assign your workers to just get some extra knowledge points, I believe. So you can see that we've got now an annual increase of knowledge of 6. So I think there's other structures that will also maybe contribute to the knowledge. I'm not really sure. We're gonna find out soon. Right, so we've got, let's see, okay, this is our monuments: a civic monument, economic monument, and a military monument. Right, what else is there? There's nothing else that I can see that looks new. Roads. Ooh, a cobbled bridge. Oh, there we go. A cobbled bridge. Okay, so there's the bridge we were looking for. It takes a lot of stone. So I'm probably only going to build this bridge on a later stage. I think so. Let's just fast forward this so that I can get all these resources. Let's first set up also where we want to place the houses. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're gonna make a block of 6 again. Oh, sorry, of 9, I mean. And we'll leave that little space in the middle for some decorative item. Or for a shrine, either one. And then over here, we can place our well. 59% boost for the water well. And then our firewood splitter doesn't have any detrimental effect on the houses, so we might as well place it over here. And let's see what else we can reconvert. Some of the production buildings we can place over here, right? They don't have any negative effect on the houses. Okay, so let's just see. We were there by the roads and fencing. We've got the cobbled bridge. Okay, anything else? Oh, nice. Okay, we've got some extra decoration, so I want to really look into that. We've got the extravagant small bench plaza. Alright. Okay, so we do have a few extra stuff. Extravagant medium plaza. So this obviously gives... this comes from the civic monument. Ah, I see. So all of these, you're going to have to... You can only unlock these once you've got the civic monument. Oh, that's a shame. Extravagant flower urn. Extravagant ornamental tree. Okay, nice. Okay, so we've got quite a few extra decorative items. I'm going to just prioritize the firewood splitter, so we need to get that going firstly. And we do have a hunter assigned here. 3 hunting spots. This is lovely. Now for the early game, this is going to be perfect for us. We shouldn't have any problems with food. We've got another hunting spot over here. Very big hunting spot. Okay, so this is really great. We've got a lot of herbs. We've got a lot of willow. I can even, if I position this right, we can harvest some eggs over there. Yeah, let's just do it like that. Then at least we can get some eggs. And then also, depending on the season, we can then get the nuts. Okay, let's just prioritize the firewood splitter and prioritize the well. Okay, but I think we'll only be able to find out what we can do here once we've got some extra knowledge points. So I thought it's starting from this way, from the top downwards, but it's starting from this side. Let's just see what we can get here. Woodlaw. +5 more resources gathered per forage source. Oh, this is nice. 15% work to produce, less work to produce smoked meat. Oh yeah. You see, now all of these things, I'm gonna definitely want to get all of these. +1 occupancy at compost yards. Oh, this is good. This is very good. You see, this is something that I had a problem with from the beginning, that we could only have one worker at the compost yard. So now we can add an extra worker there. This is awesome. -30% work to produce compost. A 30% fish replenishment. These are all great. Great buffs. Plus 0.20 tax generated per home. Good. Oh, okay, so these are all, this is all so good. Plus 20% base knowledge generation. Now that's something that I also want to really get going at the beginning stages. Defensive barricades. Oh. Plus 15% health for stockyards. Plus 15% health for storehouses. Okay, cool. 20% damage from villagers. 20% armor for villagers. 20% view. Okay, right. So there's so many things that we can use. -20% work to produce shoes. Oh wow. Tree regrowth. Okay. Now this is all great buffs. I mean, you want to unlock all of them. So I think the point is just to prioritize which ones you want first. Now, I don't know if I should harvest these trees, because that's going to affect the egg production over there. So I think I should maybe leave some of the trees over here. Okay, right, we've got a firewood splitter now. Yeah, I suppose I must move my storage a little bit more to this side. Kind of like in the middle of everything. And the stockyard, yeah, that we can move or place somewhere around about here. I think let's just maybe do this. I'm going to put it down right over there. And I'll leave this little space open. So what we can do with that little space, we can maybe place an apiary and then also a watchtower on a later stage. Or even we can place a decorative item also. That's something that you can also look into. I don't think there's anything else. It's my achievements. Okay, we did have that tab before. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything else. Let's just see here. If I want to research this. Oh. Knowledge available, 0. Okay, I don't know if you first need the academy to start accumulating the knowledge. It says here, months until next discovery. Oh. Okay. So we're going to make some sort of discovery within 3 months, and then with that discovery, we're going to get knowledge points. I thought that 3 or the 6 that was there originally represents the amount of knowledge that we're going to accumulate per month. But it's actually in 3 months we are getting some sort of knowledge. Alrighty, now we've got enough housing for everybody. Oh, this is going to be really great. So you see this little narrowing end here by the lake. This is going to be a perfect spot to place a bridge. Just like that. So we could potentially create like a choking point. You know, I can maybe place a barracks over here. We can enclose this side with walls. Place a few watchtowers, and then we can kind of like try and lure them. Keep like an open wall here with the barracks or with a fort. So that it will force the raiders to come this way. I think that actually might work. Right, so let's just see, amass a 4-month food supply and 6 houses. Okay, I think we've got that already. Okay, so we should be getting a decent amount of people that's going to come to the town soon. Now I want to look at building my smokers. We need to get that going relatively soon. Okay, so it doesn't look as if they are affecting the houses from this distance. So let's maybe go ahead and add a smoker right over there. Now, I would say that's a good location for a fishing out. If you kind of place it over here, you get like 140% production. Maybe a little bit more if we place it strategically. Let's see here. I mean, this is also a good location for a fishing spot. We've got a bigger fish productivity on this side, actually. So maybe we can do that. Let's place ourselves a fishing shack over here. So it's going to be 1 month still until we get some sort of discovery. We're going to check it out now. Knowledge generated. Oh my goodness, only 1 knowledge point. Ah, okay, I actually see what's happening here. So you can see, let me just zoom in a little bit. So there's 0 against 3. I think you need 3 knowledge points. For these ones, you need 1 each. That you need 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. So we've got to now just decide what would be better. I think this is going to be the best one for us. This one over here. Yeah, let's go with that. We've got so many hunting spots. So if we can get our smoking houses to work more effectively, I think that's a good thing. So it looks like every 6 months we are generating a knowledge point. I don't know if it's like an exponential growth or if it's got the same ratio of growth month after month. As I've said, I think with the academy you can generate the knowledge points quicker. So I suppose the idea is to get to the tier 2 town center as quick as you can and to get the academy built. I mean, all of these buffs or abilities that you can get through the technology, this is all awesome. I mean, this is really going to help you. Alrighty, so the sawmill has got a bigger debuff on the houses, so we need to move it further away. Ah, 7 people, there we go. See, we've got a good food production, so there's a decent amount of people that came in now. Alright, so I'm going to place the sawmill over there. Now it's quite far from where everything else is, but I'm going to extend the town a little bit more towards the side. But with my previous playthrough, I've learned that this actually, if you get like a location like this, where you can build right up against the lake, this is very good, especially like when it comes to the raids. It takes less effort to defend your town, I can tell you that much. Right, so let's just prioritize the sawmill. And they say if we've got a marketplace, there's more people that will come. So we do want to prioritize the sawmill. We've got quite a few extra workers now, 20 people now in total that lives here. And we could also look at placing our graveyard. And I don't want a big one, but we need something to start with. People can get very easily sick, so you want to get this graveyard also up and running as quick as you can, because if the corpses lay around, it will upset the people very fast. And not even to mention, you can get illnesses with the rotting corpses. Great stuff. Okay, so from here we want to now add our other storages. So we're going to do the storehouse. Can be placed like... let's leave a little space. Oh, actually no, let's do it like this. I'm going to place them right up against each other. And then here... Let's see, yeah. Here we can place our root cellar. And then we can have another one facing the same or the opposite direction, and we can have a little gap there. Also maybe to do some sort of decorative item there in the middle, or watchtowers, either way. Okay, so I want to move this so that we can get the maximum benefit. It looks like 170 is going to be our peak. So I'm going to place it just like that. Then we're going to optimize our fishing there. Right, and now from here, see, we've got already access to the compost yard. Oh, that's because the sawmill was built. Good, okay. Fletcher building. Doesn't have a negative effect on the houses, so I suppose that's also something we can place here. But I'd rather leave it open here for a second root cellar. So let's maybe place it like this. Yeah, so I'm going to just bring a road through. And then we can do the other production buildings we can place over there. I'm going to just let them prioritize the stone over here, because I feel like that's something that we really need to get going, is the stone production. We don't really have much stone anywhere else. I think if we go up a little bit north here, you've got something. But there's quite a bit of stone just here by the lake, the smaller lake. So what I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to place an additional 6 houses, or at least just leave space open for an additional 6 houses. And I'm not going to leave any gaps between the houses, so we're going to place it facing the opposite directions, and just like that really. I'm going to pull the road down and just make sure there's enough space for another 4 houses. And then we'll probably do another block of houses, and then we will leave some sort of space for a decorative item over here. Right, so you can see our plank production is starting to grow. We've got 2 workers there. Currently, we've got 9 laborers, which is a lot for our current population. But there's a lot of production we still need to set up. So for the market, I want to move it a little bit more towards the right side, a little bit away from the lake. I think... yeah, I think if we're going to place it like here, this would be a good location for that. Let's put it down right over there. Okay, and then I'm going to move this cart further down, closer to where we're producing all of these things, the herbs, the stone, the wood, everything. Because we've got storage on this side for any production that's going on here. I kind of like the small storage deposit. Although I don't know if I'm ever gonna really use it. If I maybe find like a few open spaces within a big city, I think then I might utilize that. Let's see, we can build our compost yard. I don't know if it's a priority yet though. The basket shop. Oh yes. Yes. Okay, so this is definitely something I need to get going immediately. We got another knowledge point. And the cobbler shop. Yeah. I think let us leave the cobbler shop and the tannery. I'm going to leave that for now. Because preferably I would want to set up the market stall first. Because that's going to make the people happy and we're going to generate some sort of income. But let's see, we've got now that extra knowledge point, so I want to see what else we can research here to help us. Ooh, plus 20% base knowledge generation. You know what? I feel this is something that I maybe need to invest in as soon as possible. Confirm. Yeah. Because then we're going to generate the knowledge faster, so I think it makes sense to have this one. The natural philosophy, to have that as one of your first things to research. So technically this should go a lot quicker for us to develop the knowledge. Base knowledge generation. Yeah. I think what we can do is we can maybe assign one more worker here by the sawmill. And I'm just going to prioritize the market here. Got 12 available laborers. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's add another worker here to the sawmill. Our food production is looking pretty good. Our smokehouse is working very effectively. We've got a little bit of additional nuts and 3 fruit. Ah, I think this is where they got the fruit from. And for the herbs, 72 herbs. and 152 willow, so that's generating very nicely. Might not be a bad idea to add ourselves another hunter. Thinking about it now. And we need to get that Fletcher building up. I think that's pretty important. Just see resources. Yeah, the Fletcher building I'm going to set up right over there. Close to all the other resources. Market is nearly done. I'm going to start sending out some explorers just to basically go to the outskirts of our line of sight. So let's just see what we can research next. Stone cutting. Work to mine stone. Okay. I do like this. Damage and armor. Oh, this is also good. Especially if the wildlife starts to attack. More tax generation. Okay, well, I guess what I am going to do, I'm maybe going to select this one next, sustainable farming, so that we can unlock a next technology. So you can see here, disease resistant. Oh, this is very good. Gives us more resistance to diseases for the crops. Trailblazing. 10% speed for foragers, 10% speed for hunters. Plus 20% forager work radius. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, man, like all of these buffs are so good. Unlocks the barn, chicken coop. Yeah, this is when we get to the tier 2 town center, we can open up all of these. So they get automatically unlocked when you're at the tier 2. Very cool. Yeah, I can see our food is looking good. We've got about 5 months supply of food. We're pretty much only doing meats, fish and venison. And then we've got a little bit of nuts, look like it. I'm going to add myself another builder. We've got so many things that we've got to build, so I think it's maybe good to just add another one there. Right, just let them harvest these trees. Okay, let's just see here. We did open up a little bit more territory. So we've got a clay deposit over here. Oh, this is lovely. Okay, this is working out very nicely, you see, because I want to build a bridge over here so then we can easily reach that clay deposit, and it's also going to create the choking point for the raiders. Otherwise, I don't see anything of value. Not within the range where I scouted, at least. But we do have a very good clay deposit over here, 13,580. Now that will take ages to deplete this clay deposit. We've got another knowledge point over here. It's going to take 1 more month to unlock another knowledge point. So I'm thinking, I wonder if I should just let it build up and then we can research the wood law. Because then we get more resources from the forager. Or alternatively, this is a good one. Yeah, I think let's do this. You know, if the wild animals attack us, I want to be prepared. So we'll just research that one. Right, and the market is done, so we should be getting a few extra people coming in now. So we've got a slightly higher desirability because of the market. So this house is just out of range of the market, but once we've upgraded it, then it's going to be within range. So that's why I'm not too worried about that one. Here we've got a chunk of extra people that came in. 7 extra people. That is perfect. Lovely. Okay, so we're already standing at 29 population. I think it's very good for this stage of the game. And let's just basically tell them to chop down a few extra trees over here. Now for us to get to the tier 2, we only require 30 villages. That's really not bad at all. So we just need to really accumulate those planks. But you see there's a few of these production buildings that we've got to set up first. So I think it's pretty important to set these ones up. Also the cobbler shop. Well, I think as long as I've got the Fletcher building up and the basket shop, I think those two are important. So once these two buildings are built, then I'm going to let the planks accumulate and then upgrade my town center to tier 2. Then after that we can basically do all the other production buildings. It's not as big of a deal, I would say. But to get to tier 2 is very important, because then obviously we can research all of this extra stuff that we're going to get within this radius. But in any case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be off screen. I'm going to accumulate some of the resources so that when we start the second episode, we can immediately upgrade the town center to tier 2, and then we can look at what we can research extra for the village, and we'll be able to build our academy. Yeah, there you can see. So we'll be able to build academy. It costs 500 gold to build, to place, and then there's also a monthly expense of 8 gold. So it's really not that bad. And it looks like a pretty big structure. 50 wood, 120 stone. Oh my goodness. I do have a lot of stone already, so it's not too bad. But in any case guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel and you would like to follow the series where we look at everything that comes with version 1.0, please do remember to subscribe, as well as press the bell notification button if you haven't done so yet, and then I'll see you in the next one.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. I still get